Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video. Carly exposes Drew and Willow's affair. Carly calls Drew out in public for sleeping with Willow, and he retaliates by dropping a bomb on her. Today on General Hospital, Jack and Carly return to Port Charles. Jordan works with Isaiah to try and take Jens down, and Liz and Lucky share a romantic moment. All products and services featured are independently chosen by editors. However, soaps.com may receive a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may receive certain auditable data for accounting purposes. Carly and Jack, now played by Chris L. McKenna, are flying back to Port Charles on a private jet. She thanks him for offering her a ride back, and he says he's glad to repay the favor as she saved his life from Valentine. They make small talk and are interrupted when his assistant calls, asking when he gets back to Port Charles. He's expecting to land momentarily. She says there is something he needs to see. In the woods, Jack meets with his associate, and she shows him where Cyrus Renault's hideout is. It's a small cabin. Cyrus comes there every few days with a bag, but she hasn't been inside to see what's in there. She was waiting for him. Jack tells her to keep tailing Cyrus, and they can return here anytime. She thinks they should gather proof, but he says their job is not to do the PCP's job for them. This project is about seeing if Joss can trail Cyrus here, and what action she takes. Anna calls Joss to her office, and she hopes Anna has found proof that Cyrus killed Dex. Anna says this is about Dex, but not Cyrus. She tells her about the two murders, Dex's and Sam, and only Joss was listed as a family member in his paperwork. That is why she is telling her this, just as she told Sam's family. Joss asks if she told the hospital that the killer may be Cyrus. Anna says she did not, as she has no proof against him. Joss worries he could kill again, but Anna explains he no longer has access to patients at General Hospital. Joss asks what about the patients at Turning Woods. Anna asks what she knows about his access at Turning Woods. Joss explains she's volunteering there, and she could find out what patients may have died that he had interactions with. Anna says that would be interfering in an ongoing investigation, and she's not to go back there. Joss yells she doesn't work for her, so she can do whatever it takes to get justice for Dex. Anna says the more she gets involved, the more likely Cyrus will get away with it. Anna reiterates they have no proof against Cyrus, and now he knows he's being watched. Anna begs her not to get involved and to let the PCPD take it from here. Joss snaps, "Got it," and storms out. At the Quartermain Gatehouse, Drew buttons his shirt and jokes his Navy SEAL training came in handy in jumping the fence to get in, but nothing would keep him from seeing Willow. He feels they shouldn't have to jump through these hoops to spend time together. Willow agrees and says Brooklyn and Chase have been nice to her, but others are biting their tongues around her and dropping in unannounced. He thinks they are trying to catch her in the act. She doesn't want to step on toes and make things worse. She wants to make things work. This is the kids' home. They adore Monica, and this is something she can do for Michael. Willow says oddly the toughest person to deal with is Sasha, and it feels like she's constantly judging her. It's hard to believe they were friends. Drew says he probably should go, and they share a kiss before he sneaks out the back. However, he leaves his tie behind in between the couch cushions. Carly shows up later with gifts for the kids. Willow had no idea she was back. Carly says Jason is in Germany with Michael, and she came back to check on things. Carly says Michael wants the kids to know he loves them, and he wanted her to tell Willow thank you. Willow invites her to stay for tea and goes to make some. Carly sits down and finds Drew's tie and can't believe it. When Willow returns, she finds Carly is gone. She calls the clinic in Germany and asks them to relay a message to Michael. She says his kids love him, miss him, and can't wait by selling his office to make a payment on the money he still owes her. Before he leaves, she offers him a proposition. She says she has met someone who wants a high-stakes poker game, and she wants him to play in the game with house money. She also says she'll cancel his debt. Cody says he needs to think about the offer. She tells him not to take too long. Cody takes off. Later, Drew arrives at Selena's office for an official meeting. She asks what this is about. Drew explains he knows she was previously associated with Curtis, and he'd like to know more about her relationship with him and how it involved the Savoy. Selena says she could provide him with information for something in return. Suddenly, Cody bursts in, tells Selena he can't take her offer, and is officially out of the gambling business. He's surprised to see Drew talking business with Selena, and says this confirms exactly who he thought he was. Selena tells him to leave, and Cody wonders if Drew lost a bet to Ms. Wu. Drew says he's meeting with Ms. Wu because she is a constituent, but Cody doubts that. He tells Drew he's just like his brother, who knocked up Sasha. Selena again screams at Cody to leave. Selena's bodyguard shows up and drags Cody out. At Liz's place, Lucky tells her that he stopped Jason from killing Sidwell, and he's not sure if he regrets it now. He knew letting Jason kill Sidwell would have been for revenge, a burden he didn't want to carry. Liz asks what it would have been revenge for. Lucky tells her that he had to play poker with Sidwell to stay alive. He knows it's crazy, but he felt like his dad was guiding him through the games. Liz doesn't think it's crazy. Lucky admits she helped him too. Liz wonders how she helped him. He says he tried to escape once and was badly beaten. He was lying on the floor thinking it was over for him, but then he had a vision of her. He explains she told him not to quit, to get up and fight. Liz asks if she said anything else. He says maybe and laughs that he assumed she wasn't back here dreaming of him. She thinks he knows her so well that he knew what she'd say to him. He says anytime he needs reminding there is good in the world, he thinks of her, and she's gotten through him a lot. She tells him she's just a regular person and has flaws like anyone else. She can't be anyone's angel. Lucky doesn't need her to be an angel, but just to be herself. He pulls up an old song on his phone. He recalls them dancing to it Luke's years ago, and they dance and gaze into one another's eyes. At the Metro Court, Tracy asks Brooklyn where everyone is as they are supposed to be meeting for deception business. Lucy shows up and suggests they get this party started. At the bar, Isaiah approaches Jordan and Jens and asks Jens if he's back to kill him. Jens apologizes to Jordan and says he and Isaiah had a misunderstanding in Africa. Isaiah says there was no misunderstanding. He had his men try to kill him twice and held Lucky prisoner for weeks. Lucy intervenes and suggests their deputy mayor and newest hero surgeon try and get along with their new entrepreneur resident. Isaiah tells Lucy whatever money Sidwell brings into Port Charles is blood money. Jordan tells Isaiah that whatever issues he has with Jens, he should take them elsewhere, and she and Jens were having drinks. Isaiah storms off, and Lucy gets back to her meeting. Jordan asks Jens what Isaiah's issue with him is. Jens claims he hired Isaiah to be his personal physician, but Isaiah didn't like his conditions and departed. Jens asks to make up for this by buying her dinner this week. She suggests he call her office and make an appointment. Jens looks forward to it and departs. Jordan then texts Isaiah and asks where he is. Back at the deception table, Lulu shows up and Brooklyn didn't know she was attending. Tracy says she is Brooklyn's assistant and scolds Lulu for not being on time. She is also annoyed that Lucy is being a social butterfly at the bar instead of focusing on the company. Maxie soon joins them, and they talk about Natalia and Sunny going to Lay to have their products featured in boutiques there. Tracy complains they are paying for a romantic getaway for them. Maxie says they can have this meeting without Tracy if she's going to be negative. Sasha arrives, followed by Felicia, and they grab a table after some snarky interaction with Tracy. They talk about her pregnancy. Felicia asks if there is a way to get the father's medical records. Sasha says if the information is ever needed, she's confident that the father will help her. True waltzes in and meets with Anna to discuss congressional business and the fight against organized crime. He'll be happy to get her the funding needed to take any individuals involved in the mob off the street, starting with Sunny and Jason. Suddenly,